Hello, I'm Karis Kopp. We are here at CCE. I am delighted to be on the Seiko stand. You can introduce yourself, sir.
Thank you so much, Karis. I'm Ali. You don't need to call me sir. I'm currently heading the division for the inkjet printheads for Seiko. We're a Japanese company, but we have a small outfit here in Frankfurt, and we take care of services. We have a small warehouse where we are able to suffice all the needs of the customers in Europe, Middle East, and Africa.
Fantastic, and it's day one of the show here in Munich, and a busy day for you already, I imagine, because you've been here on the stand and you've also been over in the conference area as well. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you were talking about and presenting this morning?
Sure. I started off very early today at 4 o'clock in the morning, took a flight in, and then had two presentations, so it was a very busy day until now. I had two presentations, so in one of them I spoke about integration. As a company, as Seiko, we've been very strong with the philosophy that we alone cannot solve the problems or solve the issues in the field. We need to work with partners, with ink manufacturers, with electronics manufacturers together. So integration is a key topic for us, and that is what I spoke about in one of the presentations. And in another presentation, I spoke very focused on the corrugated market and what kind of benefits our printheads can bring in the corrugated field. So corrugated is a growing market. It's something that's picking up now. It's just less than 1% is digitalized, and there's a long way to go. But we need to bring in the right technology, and that's what I spoke about in the second presentation.
Yeah, really, really interesting stuff, and so important, that integration side of it with something like taking advantage of the digital opportunity in this space. So, and that's something that you guys I know are all about. So why don't you talk a little bit about the stand we're on now, why you're here, what you've brought here, what's your message for CCE this year?
Okay. This year, what we have tried to do is we've taken one big stand. So the portion you're seeing here is the Seiko part, but the portion behind it is kind of the lab of Seiko. So we've worked with people on technology. There are integrator partners of Seiko, and they are using a number of our printheads in different machines and showing different applications. So when customers come here, you may not see so many people here because they're working with our team through the people and technology stand, and we are showing them the possibilities with our printhead. And for us, it's very important that we don't only show the printheads. Okay, these are printheads, you can print with them. We always show something working. So we have small machines on the other side. We're showing 4-color printing. We're showing printing upwards. We're showing printing in different directions. We're showing a 2-color printhead. So a lot of those things are shown on the other side of this podium. And the idea is to work together. So we're also working in this case with Cow, who's also an ink supplier, and they are giving us different types of technologies. So we're showing water-based inks, we're showing UV inks, and there is this possibilities of using one printhead for different inks. This is something also we are showing on the other side of the booth.
Absolutely, and it's a really exciting time, I think, walking around and like you said, all those partners and all those application possibilities as well. The word you use, possibilities. I know last year we were here at the event, still very much in the pandemic, quite subdued. Seems a bit quite exciting this time, and there are all those opportunities, and people are realizing that the kind of the flexibility and the added value of moving some of that corrugated work onto digital. Does it feel like it's an exciting time from your perspective?
Absolutely. I think there is this thing that we need to realize that any technology takes time to be adapted in the field. So I think for corrugated, the time is now, because there is all this individualization, personalization. There is e-commerce that's booming. People are, I think, already getting tired of getting brown boxes in their houses. So getting that possibility of having a personalized name. Let's say, hey Karis, we have your sweets for you, or hey Karis, we have your computer for you. Whatever you can buy things online.
Yeah.
If you could get that with a personalized message, that company will obviously get more recommendations, in the circles, and you get more customers. And I think that's happening, and that's where digital is going to play a big role. Apart from that, the cost is an important factor. Wherever you can save money in terms of energy, in terms of not making additional wastes, let's say, by producing in bulk, because you need to produce like a million parts to get that price right. Instead of that, if you can just produce like 100 or the amount you need, that would be perfect, and that's where digital again helps. So I think it's the right time for CCE to start seeing digital as a potential next step for the evolving of the technology.
Yeah, absolutely. But the time is now. You've heard it. You've heard it here. I think that's an interesting point, just to lead on to that cutting of waste, that that efficiencies there, as well as being kind of good for your business. It's helps with people's sustainability goals. That's something that we're very much focusing on, talking in the lead up to the EcoPrint event, and something that FuturePrint really wants to start the conversation about as well. So from your perspective, how important is sustainability to your business, and and what you're seeing in the wider industry as well?
I mean, personally, sustainability has been very important to me, and digital printing actually, when you look at it, there are different aspects of digital printing which help in the final goal of being sustainable, right? So let's take, for example, a roll-to-roll machine. And if you have analog setup, you would need at least 50 to 100 meters of paper that you need to print in an analog press to get your final, let's say, acceptable print. So you have these run-up lens, you have these run-down lens, which are all going to waste. I mean, with digital, you don't have that problem. You can, scale up. You can, print, even at a slower speed. You can print faster speeds. So you reduce the waste. So this is one way of digital. One way in which digital is helping. The other ways of digital which is helping is, different types of inks that you can print on. You don't need to print like only UV inks, but you can also print water-based inks if you need it to be, at a later stage recyclable. So you can do many things with digital that was not possible with analog. And what I said earlier as well, reducing the run length. So if you don't need 1,000 and you need only 100, then print only 100.
Yeah.
I mean, just to get the cost right, if you're just printing 1,000 and just keeping 900 on the side for inventory for a potential future, usage of it, I mean, you're just wasting it, because, I mean, maybe, after a month or something, you may have a different red in your design, or you may have a different ingredient and you need to make everything new.
Yeah.
So, I mean, inkjet is helping industry becoming sustainable, and I think just by being in inkjet, we are already doing that. Apart from that, what we are doing, sorry, I'm just going to explain this point as well.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to do is we're trying to make print heads that can be checked if they are broken, or if they can be repaired. So we're working with different partners in the market to find out if print heads can be repaired easily, and just need to go into a cleaning cycle, and thereby not making a complete new print head and just using the old one. Or on the other hand, just having a kind of electronics that also helps you to determine the health of a print head. So these are some things we're doing for sustainable.
Absolutely, really interesting, and something that we'll be keeping an eye on with you after your very early morning, and then the conference, and then this. You've given us your time for this video as well, which is really, really kind of you. Hope you get to sleep early tonight.
I
Ali,
hope so.
enjoy the rest of the show. Have a great one. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.